Good morning, Kentucky. It's Bob in his backyard, and hope the spring's been treating you well. We've had some wild storms here in Kentucky, and they don't seem to be easing up. But we got a beautiful day today. The sun is intense as heck right now. Um, this video is going to be a little different. We are going to show you uh, how to build a garden for your children. Um, in my younger years, just last year, matter of fact, 25 years ago, I was a Boy Scout leader. For 25 years, I taught kids how to camp and start fires and survival and first aid and umpteen other things. And that's kind of my passion, to teach what I know. And so today I'm going to put a challenge out to you. Um, it doesn't matter whether your children are 2 years old or 32 years old. The way the economy is, the way the food prices are, the way how healthy is our food. This is the time to teach your children how to start a garden. And this is a basic 1 square foot garden, and it's really geared to a younger son or daughter or grandson or daughter. Or more than one. We were lucky enough to have Noah, our grandson, when he was 2 to whatever how old he was. He's in the videos now. He lives in Florida, but the garden we have blocked off into 4 square foot is Noah's garden, and it'll always be Noah's garden. And he learned so much. He was just so excited about gardening, and we had him weeding and planting and digging potatoes every time he comes. We just have to make sure something is ready to harvest or ready to plant, and he's ready to go. So we want to give you the chance to do that with your kids. It's a great family thing. It's a great chance for you to bond with your children, and I really would like you to make it their garden. We'll talk about that a little later when I show you how to do it. But Noah, when he was here, we made a plaque out of concrete, put his hands in it. I think it's 2018, in his little bitty hands. And that sat right in the garden for years until we moved it over on the bench there. But that was Noah's garden. And if you have one child or one grandchild or more than one, you need to make it so it's their garden. And we're going to give you some options on what to plant, how to plant, and how to take care of it. And then it's up to you. And you may be learning at the same time as they do. So it's a ton of fun. And it's in this day and age, if you get them out in the garden, get them off the cute computer, or get them off the iPad or the phone, we're going to be much better off. So, not that he can't find all the information he needs for his garden on YouTube. You can, but so we'll cut it short here. Hopefully, you can see in the sunlight. We'll go over to the other area where we're putting the garden in, and show you exactly how to do it. So we'll see you in a second. Later. It's Bob. He's back, and this is how to build your children's garden. First of all, you got to build a frame. You can build it out of wood like I do. Um, I started these little 4x4 things on the corner when I started a long time ago, and I just continued on. So much easier, put 2 screws in on this side, 2 screws in that side, and any size you want. Then if you want to make it longer, you just move the 4x4 a little bit, keep going. All right, so your framework, it can be wood, it can be regular old pine, it can be cedar. If you don't want to spend any money, it can be brick, it can be rock, concrete block, anything you got that, and it doesn't have, this is only a 5x2. So it's really little, but we're going to put 10 different, well, 11, 12 different vegetables and flowers in this square, in this rectangle. So, or you don't need a frame at all, you know, line it up however you want it with string or sticks or whatever, and then whatever works. And make sure your kids are doing it. All right, let the kids watch this part. They can watch the other part, but sit the kids down, make them watch a YouTube video that they probably haven't watched before. So that's our first thing. Get the framework and get it lined up. Where are you going to put it? It's the end of the afternoon, so we're in the shade right now, and but it gets probably 6-7 hours of light here, of sunlight, so that's plenty for any kind of vegetable. So um, I'll get it set up for the next section. So okay, so our next step is putting cardboard down. Don't worry about the grass. Don't worry about the weeds. Don't worry about anything else. You can tilt your framework up, put your cardboard down. If you can hang it out the edge so it doesn't catch, and try to get every hole covered. Okay. We're trying. Okay. Not going quite as easy as I thought, but okay. So the next part is compost. Now compost you can buy at Lowe's or Walmart or whatever. Compost is the whole thing that makes this work. We don't use pesticides. We don't use fertilizer. We don't use, everything's organic. And it smells just dandy. Going to take a couple bags and probably a couple more. They're about, I don't know, $2.50, $3 a bag. So would have been nice if I would have cut this first. Now this is compost and manure, so if that makes you bothers you, then let the kids do it. They don't care. All right, you're gonna fill it in. Okay, we're back. And what this is a number of years ago. Square foot gardening became popular, and many people still use it today. Jane Frigioni is a big time gardening guru of YouTube, and I'm going to do this as quick and easy as I can. But I think you get the idea that I forgot my scissors. What this does, it divides your bed into 1 foot square. And if so you can plant, well, we're going to plant 12 different plants, in this bed. And they're all going to thrive, and they're all going to probably fight for space, but that's part of it. I'll do it the easy way here. Okay. Okay, so what this does, it just gives you 12 different grow beds, 10 different grow beds, and you have to think about what you're putting where, um, because our 4 foot, uh, it's hot today. So this is where you're at. So what we got is our map. We're going to do some seeds, some plants, some flowers. If I can get the bag open. So that means you're going to have to go to either a nursery or a greenhouse, buy the plants that you want. This is your kid's garden. Now here's our Noah plaque that we did a long time ago. You can see it. So he knew it was his garden, and you need to make sure your kids know it's their garden. And if they don't like something, let them change it. We are going to do radishes down here, and onions. We're going to go all the way across. But onions are great to keep the pests away. We got carrots. We're going to put the carrots with the radishes, and then we're going to put potatoes here. We're going to put a tomato plant over here. And you can use any kind of marker you want. I mean, the whole thing is with these are so peppers. We've got a pepper plant to go in there. You can use little tabs. You can use Venetian blinds. You can use milk jugs cut. But you got to make sure you're using a permanent marker, because all of a sudden you won't realize as soon as it rains, Sharpie markers are not permanent. I don't care what they say, but there's nothing more frustrating than putting all your plants out, and especially when you're doing tomatoes. All of a sudden you look and you go, well, what kind of tomato is that? Well, it was on there when I started. We're going to put flowers in here, because we got to get the pollinators. We got to get the bees and the butterflies. Lettuce we're going to put in the corner. And chives, which are just pretty flowers. So that's where we're at. And so I'll give it a break here. I'll get all my seeds, and we'll show you how to do this part. I'm back. So are the mosquitoes. Real quick, we're going to have to, getting dark, so we're going to have to make this another half. But all right, tomatoes. bought it. This is a volunteer cherry tomato. It came out of our garden. You know, our tomatoes are this big. This is a volunteer that came up all by itself. So be careful, you know, when you do no dig, you don't rototill the seeds in, so you'll get all kinds of things. And this one's going to be, I'm sure, cherry. Cherry always reproduces um, well in your garden. Um, and you know, all I did was, you know, you buy it, stick it in the ground, firm around it, make sure the tag's there. This is a pepper. Now this is a hot pepper, so I don't think your kids like. Well, maybe they do like hot peppers, but there's so many bell peppers and California Wonders and banana peppers, and you know they don't have to be hot. I just ended up last year with no jalapenos at all, so I got one in there. The onions, I pulled them out of the garden, but you can buy them just like that. You can either buy a little bulb, maybe. Well, it depends on what your area is, but yeah, you can buy onions in a bunch. Now I just put 5 across the side. That'll keep the pests away, keep the bugs away, and and you can pull them up with their green onions, or they get big, and then you can use them as a real onion. But they're fun to watch, or you can let them go to seed, which is really neat. I'll show you that later. But and we got one other thing before it gets dark, and that's put our potatoes in. Now you can buy a seed potato, or you can use a potato right out of your um, potato box, bag, whatever you have in your utility room or your pantry, as long as it has eyes on it like that. I know you can't zoom in because I don't have a cameraman, but the little eyes coming out of there. All you do is dig a hole, eyes up, cover it up. This one's got eye this way and that way, so yeah, this is probably the better one. We'll just dig a hole, cover it up, put our tag in. They'll be breaking ground uh, in no time, and we'll show you how ours are doing later. Now, radishes, carrots, all the rest of them are going to take seeds. So we will. So I don't want to bore you with open all the packs. So we'll go ahead and do that, and probably tomorrow morning we'll go ahead and put all your seeds in. And really simple process. Um, it's just, and then all you do, you and your kids can take a picture of it every week or every day, or hello, Max. Um, it's just a fun thing, and when they get to eat the tomatoes off of their cherry tomato plant, cherries are probably the best thing for kids because they can just pick them off the vine, and but you know, radishes, carrots take a little longer. Potatoes will, you know, get this tall. This thing's going to be full. So, and I will keep track of mine to see how it's doing compared to yours, and leave your comments if you know, if I don't get many comments, that's either good or bad, but um, yeah, let me know if your kids are excited, whether it worked or didn't work, or I don't know what I'm doing. So, all right, so we'll leave you for now, and probably tomorrow morning we'll get the rest of them seeds planted and get this video on the road. So, all righty, have a good night. Take care. Later. Okay, I'm back, and had a major storm last night or this morning, and we have a major storm coming tonight between 7 and midnight. Tornadoes and 70-mile-an-hour winds, more rain. We already had 2 inches of rain this morning, but we're going to try to get this one done. So just bear with me. We're just going to go from the beginning. First thing you do, if you haven't went to Walmart or Lowe's or whatever, pick up some seed packs that you want to plant. There's a million. Yep, it's Bob. Didn't get swooped out by a tornado. Just a big wind knocked my tripod over. So uh, the weather here has been so crazy lately. 50-mile-an-hour winds, and You got to batten down the hatches and tie everything down and hope your greenhouse doesn't end up in the neighbor's yard. But all right, back to the garden for the kids. Uh, we've got all we got to do is plant some seeds, and this thing is ready to roll. So let's just start with cucumbers. Um, think about how big the plant's going to be. I mean, if you don't garden, you don't know. But read the back of the pack. Everything you need to know is on the back of the pack. How big they get. Spacing is a little close when you do the square foot because you're kind of crowd everything in. But so cucumber in a square foot, they climb. So, you might get 4. And, if it gets too crowded, you pull one out. But, when you start having cucumbers, you don't want to tear them up. So you're just going to go 4 holes, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cucumber seeds are big. If you ever ate a cucumber or a pickle, and then you just put 1, 2, 3, 4. Cover it up. Okay. Now we got green bean, another big bean, another big, but this is a bush bean. There's 2 types, bush and climbing, and climbing will be you need something to climb. But bush is just what it says. So we're gonna put 4 in this little hole. See what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are big beans. Look how big they are. Okay, so we're gonna put 1, 2, 3, 4. Cover them up. Left back in the bag. Okay, zinnias, flowers. Okay, if you don't know flowers, but butterflies and bees like flowers. So that's what you want. So we're just going to disperse them because they're just grow up little and grow big, this tall and all kinds of flowers. So we'll just sprinkle them on. That's the end of them. Okay, so we'll work it in a little bit, work it in a little bit. Okay, this is our pepper. It's looking good. It made it through the wind, and I had to stake it, which might be what you have to do if you buy a lot of plants from the greenhouse. You can buy just about anything here that we're growing from seed at the greenhouse. So if you want to speed up the process, that's how you do it. But as I said yesterday with the potato, we did the potato. I had 2 halves of the potato because there was eyes on both ends. And what you should do, you can cut them up. I mean, there's no use putting giant potato in when it's got all kinds of eyes on it. So you cut it and keep the eyes and a big chunk of tomato or potato on it, and then just let it sit overnight. And it kind of the skin or the eating part, the edible part, just kind of skims over so the bugs can't get right in and eat it. So you let it do that, and then what we do is just dig a hole, boop, boop, eyes up, and yeah, they're a ton of fun, and they're a ton of fun to harvest too. We got radishes and carrots. We're just gonna put radishes. We're gonna just sprinkle them around, and then we're gonna take carrots and sprinkle them around. And carrots take longer to germinate. They need moisture, so you're gonna have to keep them watered. So we're gonna put some carrots on top. Okay, and then blend them all together. And what you're going to have, carrots look like little lace, real fine green things that will take forever to about give up on them. Radishes are big fat leaves, so you can tell the difference. But radishes only last 30 days, and then you're ready to eat them. So you nicely pull them out of there without messing up the carrots, and then the carrots keep going because carrots take a lot longer than radishes. So it's the best way to use your space, 2 crops in 1 space. So succession planning is kind of what that is. But okay, and then you got beets. I don't know if your kids are into beets, but these are really cool. They look like target or bullseye. And if you can find golden beets, delicious. better than regular beets. So we're going to put, they come in little clusters, but we're going to put like 9 in there. So we're going to put 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we're going to put, oh no, it's got me. I'm going to put a seed in each one. And they're little clusters, so you're probably going to get a couple in each one. One there, one there. One there, one there. Now beets get, bigger than a golf ball. So it'll be perfect. 9 in that square. And this is where you learn. You learn that, like, whoa, I put that too many of them. And there's our tomato. It's looking good. Had to stake it, but keep the leaves trimmed on the bottom, because I'll tell you, when I water, you don't water this part of the tomato. You always water the bottom. Everything else doesn't care, but they get blight real easy, and it comes off the splashing of the ground to the bottom leaves. So you keep the bottom leaves up, and you water from the bottom. Rain still does it, but whatever. So it's gonna be a cherry. So we're gonna have fun with that one. These are chives, sour cream and chives dip or chips or whatever. They got purple flowers. Bees love them, and we're gonna put 6 in there. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chives. And they're little black seed. They're in the onion family, so they're gonna help us keep them pesky bugs off of our plants. And then we're going to put basil, which is, we're going to put 6 of them in. And you can get that on your pizza, or you can get it in your spaghetti. They're tiny little seeds too. That's an herb. So you got herbs, flowers, vegetables, and all in a 5x2 square, a rectangle. Okay, scuff them up. Okay, and all we got is lettuce left. Lettuce is another tiny little. So we're just going to spread them around. I'm going to have them everywhere. Okay, there's our lettuce. So, bug, get off of me. So that's it. And the last part about make sure you keep your seed packs safe, because you can use them for years. Some seeds last for years and years, other ones not so long, but they'll tell you when they don't germinate, or even on the pack, they tell you what year they're done, what year they were picked or produced, or whatever they do with the seed. And the last step is watering. You got to water your garden. Water them in real good. These onions need it, and all the wind, and we just won't get the tomato wet. So we are ready to roll. So please give this a try. And it's such a fun thing for mom and dad, and the kids to get together, and it might turn into a big garden if it's not already. If mom and dad already grow a big garden, and you want your own garden, then you can compete to see who gets the biggest or most cherry tomatoes off of it. But yeah, just yes, write in your comments if your kids were excited, if you tried it, what you used for a box, or anything to help me out. So I learned something from it too. So, and so we'll let you go for now, and looking forward to seeing some great gardening with kids. Let them grow in the mind and grow in the garden. So, alrighty. And then we'll say later. Later.